Beslan 2004. School number 1. Day 3. There are 1100 hostages inside. 334 of them will not come out alive. 186 of them are children. You are in the staging area outside. Your commander gives the order. You go in. What happens in the next 4 hours will never fully appear in any official report. You followed orders. You're still following orders. That's the job. Level 1. The Conscript. You are 18 years old. Russia does not ask if you want to serve. Russia tells you when to report. You report. Basic training is 8 weeks. Not 8 weeks of preparation, 8 weeks of reduction. Everything soft gets removed. Everything that hesitates gets removed. Everything that questions gets removed. What's left is useful. Your drill sergeant has one thing he says to every new conscript. He says, the Russian state does not need you to understand. He says, it needs you to obey. You obey. By week 4, you stop thinking about home. By week 6, you stop thinking about before. By week 8, there is only the unit. That's the point. Level 2. The selection. You don't apply for Spetsnaz. You get noticed. A senior officer watches you during a training exercise. He watches the way you move under pressure, the way you make decisions when everything is going wrong, the way you keep going when the soldiers beside you stop. 3 weeks later, you're called in. No explanation, just a location and a time. You show up. Spetsnaz selection makes basic training feel like preparation. 6 months. Physical tests with no stated pass mark. You either meet a standard nobody tells you about, or you don't. Psychological evaluation by people who never smile. Weapons, languages, explosives, close quarters combat. Hand to hand until your hands stop working, then more hand to hand. The washout rate is 80%. The ones who make it aren't the strongest. They are the ones who keep going after the strongest have stopped. You keep going. You make it. You are now Spetsnaz. You don't tell anyone. That's also the job. Level 3. The first deployment. Chechnya, 1999. This is not a war the way wars are described in textbooks. There are no front lines. There is a city called Grozny and it's being destroyed building by building. Your unit moves through rubble that used to be apartment blocks. You clear rooms. You detain people. Some of them are fighters, some of them are not. You follow orders about which is which. You don't always agree with the orders. You follow them anyway, because disagreement is not a category that exists in your unit. There is the mission, there is everything else. Everything else doesn't matter. You spend 6 months in Chechnya. You come back different in a way you don't have language for yet. You file a debrief. You wait for the next deployment. Level 4. The operator. 5 years in. You are good at this. Better than good. You can clear a room in the dark faster than most men can do it in daylight. You can make a decision in the half second between one thing and another. You can follow an order you don't agree with and execute it perfectly. The last one is the most important skill. Not because it's the hardest, because it's the one that keeps you alive inside the institution. Moscow, 2002. Dubrovka Theatre. 850 hostages. Chechen separatists. The order comes from above. Gas first, then entry. You go in after the gas. Inside, 850 people unconscious on the floor. 133 of them don't wake up. Not from bullets, from the gas. Friendly fire in the most precise and terrible sense. You carry unconscious bodies out of the theater. You do it quickly. You do it correctly. You follow procedure. You don't think about the 133 until later. Later never fully ends. Level 5. The team leader. You're on your own team now. 8 operators. Your call. Your responsibility. Beslan 2004. School number 1. You know the numbers by now. 1100 hostages. 3 days. An explosion inside the school triggers the assault before the order comes. Your team goes in anyway. The next 4 hours are the most chaotic thing you've ever been part of. Children running in every direction. Hostage takers shooting. Your team shooting. Crossfire in a school gymnasium. You make decisions in fractions of seconds that you will spend years reviewing. 334 people die. 186 of them are children. You save the others. You know this. You also know the other number. Both things are true simultaneously. That's the weight this rank gives you. You carry it. You have no choice but to carry it. Level 6. The Commander. You command a unit now. Your operators trust you. Not because you're the strongest, because you've been where they're going. You've carried what they'll have to carry. You briefed them before deployments the way no one briefed you. You tell them, you will do things on this mission that will sit with you. You tell them, that's not weakness. You tell them, that's the cost of doing this work. You don't tell them it gets easier, because it does. You tell them, you learn to carry it. An operator comes to you after a mission. He's 23 years old. He says, I don't know if what we did was right. You look at him. You think about Dubrovka. You think about Beslan. You say, neither do I. He looks at you. He wasn't expecting that. You say, do your job anyway. He nods. He goes back. That's all you have for him. That's all anyone had for you. Level 7. The Senior Commander. You sit in briefings now where the decisions are made before the operations begin. You see the full picture for the first time. Chechnya wasn't just a war. It was a message. Dubrovka wasn't just a hostage rescue. It was a demonstration. Beslan wasn't just a tragedy. It was a calculation. You understand this now. You were a tool in calculations made by people who never went in, who never carried anyone out, who never sat with the other number. You understand it. You don't say it out loud, because understanding it doesn't change anything. The calculations continue. The tools get deployed. You deploy them. That's the job at this level. You sign the orders now instead of following them. The weight is the same, just distributed differently. Level 8. The Ghost. You retire after 25 years. There is no ceremony. Spetsnaz operators don't retire publicly. You sign papers. You shake a hand. You walk out of the building. Your neighbors think you were in the military. They don't ask which part. You don't volunteer it. At dinner parties, someone asks about Chechnya, about Beslan. You were there, they say. You must know what really happened. You know exactly what happened. You give them the official version. Because the other version doesn't fit in a dinner party conversation. Because the other version takes 25 years to understand, and you're still not sure you do. You think about a 23-year-old who asked if what they did was right. He commands a unit now. He's asking his own operators the same question, giving them the answer. Do your job anyway. Somewhere right now, a conscript is reporting for basic training. 18 years old. Russia didn't ask if he wanted to serve. Russia told him when to report. He reported. In 6 months, he'll be different in a way he doesn't have the language for yet. He'll find the language later. They always do.